Well, good evening, Internets. It's me, DP Knudten, for another edition of Bookward Bound, my 301-day journey from I should really do this to done. And that done, well, it's the creation of a brand new book that's called NONFICTION BRAND, Discover, Craft, and Communicate, the completely true, completely you brand you already are. That's the cover of the book right there. That's already designed because you got to see it to be it. So before I can be the author of that book, I better be able to see what it exactly looks like. And that's why I worked on the cover before I typed a single word within the book. However, I have been typing words into the book ever since Friday, March 5th, when I started this consecutive live stream journey toward the creation of a new book. In fact, today is the 20th of October, which means this is day 127, 120, or 228. What am I saying? It's day 228. Hold on, I just got to correct my little list here. And that means I've got 73 days left to go in this interesting little journey here. And that's why I need to get working on this book and making some hay while the sun shines, because I need to upload press-ready PDF files to Amazon's Kindle Direct Publishing platform on January 1st of 2021. That's the commitment I've made to you, and it's certainly the commitment I've made to myself. And so far, I'm actually sticking to that commitment, because one of the things I've learned is if you say you're going to do it and you're someone like me, then you better do it. Meaning some people say they're going to do and don't do. Well, if I say I'm going to do, I am going to do. So consequently, I need to start working on the book tonight. So what am I going to do? I think I'm going to go over to Scrivener, the application I'm using to actually write this book, which looks a little something like this. And you can see right here that the main window is where you write the book, right here. And then you've got all your sections and chapters right here. So you can see I've got a bunch of chapters in here. And if you see a blue flag or a green flag, that means that section's in really good shape. If you see a yellow flag, it's probably in okay shape, but still needs some writing. And it's the red flag sections that are scary, 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 because they have not been written one little bit. And maybe that's what I should work on tonight. A little bit of copywriting, or a little bit of writing in these sections. And I think that's what I'm going to do. So why don't we pick on this one? Why? Because I haven't written a word about it yet, and yet I know exactly what I want to say. If you were to take a poll of any significant number of potential personal branders out there about what their greatest fear was. Let's reshape this. Let's pretend for a second that you've assembled a panel of 10 potential personal branders with the goal of understanding their greatest fears when it comes to their greatest fears regarding the practice and execution of potential of of their activity online. Some would probably point to innate shyness, reticence, shyness. Others to the fact they aren't confident about their writing skill. But I'm guessing number one fear these hesitant. So would fall along the lines of I have no idea what to write. Video. Cast. I'm going to say write, I'm going to say blog. Video. Podcast. etc. About. In fact, I think that very thing is responsible it's not an irrational fear. In fact, most professional writers read the same thing, the blank page. Just stares at like some kind of mocking beast, kind of smart ass. Smart ass mocking. Some kind of king. It stares at you like some kind of mocking. Bully. Mocking your measly efforts. Every step the way until you've got So you've got an idea. Then it's all a matter of fighting keyboard to that fighting of daring keyboard to keep up. Then it's all a matter of daring a keyboard to keep up with the brain. This is off topic. Every step of the way. Least there. Actually, I want to talk about that. Talk about the radar. Suggestion. I comment. Kidding. No ideas? Riff off of and comments. Comment section. Small opportunities out there is comment section of any social media. It's not necessarily it's not the most efficient. Broadcasting play. It comes to highly strategic personal marketing. There are few more powerful. There are few things powerful, worthy of estimate. Here's how it works. One, you identify list people. B, you want to engage with would be potential customers, prospective clients, current compadres, big names in your industry to with kind of you name it. Create a realistic short list of around 25 such. Then write out where they at. They are. Ferret out what their favorite are, where they are most active. Make sure to pay attention to there. What channels are strictly business to them, where there, where they are more casual, and where it's where they are more casual, where it's just about close friends. First, now ignore last group. How do I make sure you pay attention to what channels are strictly business channels for them. Make sure you pay attention to what channels are strictly business for them, where they are more casual, and where it's just about close family and friends. Then the first two categories. Less invited you into the friends, families. Two. You don't have to be a sycophantic. 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 How do you spell sycophant? How do you spell sycophant? Dictionary, come to my aid. I call from you. Sycophant. Yeah, there you go. Sycophant. You don't have to be. Host. Don't have to be a gushing over every post they do, comma, but when you see something they've posted, don't just give it a thumbs up, like, period. Give it what I love to call the like plus. Recipe. All right. So first thing I'm going to do is get my head out of the way so you can see this, and change this red flag to a yellow flag, indicating that I have in fact started this section. Yay! So let's see, Kate Toon, gonna have her on. Michael Stelzner, hope to have him on. And best time to build your personal brand. That I need to write. But at least I've got this started now. All right. All right, guess what? Yeah, I think maybe I'm done for tonight, because I have added 353 words, a whole new section to the book, and I could sit here and finish it up tonight. But here's one of the things I learned about me and the way I write. And every writer is different. So anybody who says there's only one way to write is obviously not a writer, because there are as many ways to write as there are writers. In my case, I learned a long time ago that if I sit down and try to write something start to finish and have it be perfect and wonderful and all that stuff, it just isn't going to work. I need to kind of splat on the page and then go away, think about it some more, come back, read what I've written, add to it, go away, come back, read what I've written, add to it, and kind of have that iterative approach, because, you know, I've never been diagnosed as ADHD or anything like that, but I think there could be a little bit of that in my DNA, or my the way I do things. So instead, I've got this fully worked out in my head. I just haven't worked it out into words, because here's the weird thing. I don't think brains think in words. I think brains think in terms of concepts, images, connections, thesis, synthesis, all this stuff coming together. And then there's this little choke point where it converts into words. And so I've got all this stuff floating around like gnats, buzzing around. And what I need to do is kind of herd those gnats all the way down through this little narrow opening into the word converter and convert it into words for inclusion in the book via my fingers. So, I mean, there's a whole lot of friction there. From my gnat cloud to words on paper, there's a lot that has to be handled. And sometimes I just don't think I've got the bandwidth power to deal with it. So I am okay with me taking a little bit of time. And so this is my long-winded way of saying I'm done for tonight, because that's one of the key things about this whole Bookward Bound thing is I've been doing this every night since Friday, March 5th, only because I haven't gotten so disgusted with the entire thing and so tired of it that I just stopped doing it. And some nights, if you go back and watch all of these episodes, you'll see that some nights I'm down here for 10 minutes. That's all I could do that night. Some nights I just stare and go blah, 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 because I have nothing. But that's okay. That's the way it works sometimes. It's more important that I actually come down here and work on this than me actually getting some stuff written and done on this. Yep, just showing up is more important than actually getting some stuff written. So, I'm done for tonight. But I do want to thank you for helping me out by constantly being my peer pressure that keeps me coming down here to work on this book. Because, yeah, it was not a hugely successful night, but that's a brand new section with 353 new words, which is the equivalent of about a page and a half of copy within the book. So I've essentially added a page and a half or a page and a quarter in the book tonight. So thank you for that. I'm DP Knudten for the Nonfiction Brand podcast, and obviously this whole live streaming thing that I call Bookward Bound, 301 days from I should really do this to done. Well, I'm going to be back here tomorrow, as I am every night until December 31st of 2020. And then I'll be back the next day to actually upload the files to Amazon's Kindle Direct Publishing. But I'll probably do that during the day, because I want to take advantage of New Year's Day to actually launch this book on the Kindle's Amazon Direct Publishing platform. Now, even then, all of January is going to be going back and forth on looking at the book and making changes and stuff like that. Unless all of December is that. I'm getting really close to this book being done. So I'm making decisions as by the seat of my pants. I'm flying this plane as I'm building it by the seat of my pants, and that's okay. Because that's what you get to do when it's all your thing. And this is 100% my thing. All the mistakes are mine, and I'm proud of every single one of them. So anyway, long-winded way of saying I'm done for tonight. I'm DP Knudten, and I will see you tomorrow. Until then, theme music. Take us on out.